All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, qadash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and blessings to the elect of Yasha, and salutations and blessings to you, Akim, out there and doing this truth and sincerity. Looking forward to getting up out of this place. All right, this here is a picture of the new Marvel movie that's coming out, Infinity Wars. As you can see, if you kind of followed the series, it got different characters from different movies. All right, you see, Iron Man had their own movie. Guardians of the Galaxy had its own movie. Thor had his own movie. Spider-Man had his own movie. Of course, Black Panther had his own movie. Hulk had his own movie. Captain America, as well as Bucky, the Winter Soldier, had their own movie. So basically, they all, and they actually got a little beef amongst each other as well, too. That's the funny part about it. That's what really kind of sparked the lesson, is that, they ain't as close as they used to be due to certain discrepancies, so to speak. But they all coming together to go against Thanos right here. That's who they all going to fight against, all right? So, basically, that got me to thinking about the innumerable multitude that durst fight, And I just kind of wanted to go over that because we know that they get ideas out of the scriptures. But also with that, man, we in that time. All of this news that it came out the past week or two is wars and rumors of wars, or more so rumors of wars, but they ready. Brother just sent out a message saying Trump ordered an airstrike on Syria, and as you know, Syria got Russia behind them, China behind them, Iran behind them. America's beefing with everybody. Okay, so it's not looking good. America's beefing with everybody, and this is that time. It's wartime, baby. All right, so let me get into this right quick. I got to get into work, so it's gonna be a short lesson. Okay, it says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Okay? When you read this whole chapter, it actually, he tells the vision and then it interprets it. All right? Now, the man that was waxed strong with the thousands of heaven is talking about Yahawashi, okay? Yahawashi, he is deliverer, he is salvation, because that's what he's going to come and do, and that's how he's going to do it, with the thousands of heaven, which are the angels, all right? You have the angels who's coming with him, okay? Lord willing, I get into, I'll just quote in Revelation, it talks about Satan and his angels was fighting against Michael, the archangel, and, his angels, basically, So they was all, it was Esau versus the angels, all right? Not actual Satan and everything. This is verse 4. It says, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea. So out of the four winds, meaning what? The whole world, from the north, the south, the east, and the west. They all came together to fight against this one man that came out of the sea. Okay? It says, but I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. That's talking about the chariot. All right? He's obviously going to have the biggest chariot, because he's that dude. Hey, what did he say? He will not meet thee as a man, because the Lord's coming back in his glory, man. He took his L. All right. He fought the good fight of faith, man. It's our turn. You know, Lord willing, we are the men of the number, and we endure and we make it. But he's coming back in his glory, and he's coming back for judgment, to give judgment at that, I would say. All right? He said, should the Lord should come with peace? No, he's coming with a sword, man. All right? It says, but I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not. Meaning it was big. All right? It was huge, man. You know, you can look up research and it from certain studies. From certain studies they measured some of the chariots, man. All right, I can't remember the exact measurements, but some of them was miles long, man. Okay, so miles long is gonna cover up. That's why it's gonna be, you know, hey, when them chariots really get to showing, man, people gonna freak out at the strangeness of our salvation. It says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid. Why? Because this is something that you never seen before, man. Or they got all these sci-fi movies. You thinking that it wasn't possible. That's part of it. And then on another sense, when they show these sci-fi movies, it's the message that they bring in, that it's aliens coming to do all of that, you know, weird shit or take over the planet or this and that, which they will be taking over the planet. Yahawashi and the angels will be taking over the planet, as well as the elect, you know, the 144,000, I would say. You know, because what's going to happen is the whole world got to get regoverned, man. And it's going to get regoverned with Yahawashi being the governor, as it tells you in Isaiah, the 11th chapter. Okay? And then 144,000 under David, all right, under the disciples. It's going to be a proper rank, proper order. It's going to be a proper government that's going to rule the world, man. That's going to run this world, and that's what it's going to be for ever and ever and ever. All right? But let me read that again. It says, after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. But they fought anyway, because the Lord going to make them fight. The Most High is going to make them fight. All right? And they proud. And that's why they always show in these movies. You know, they show in these movies, they always winning against the aliens and this and that. They think because they got technology and nuclear capability or things of that nature that they're going to fight and win, man. All right? You know? I'm like, man, I ain't scared. Hey, you ain't got to be scared to get your ass whipped. But they already going to be scared, and they're going to fight, and they're going to lose. Okay, it says, and lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid, and it show you perfectly what that is talking about in the movie War of the Worlds, man. War of Worlds, okay? That's the lasers, bam, zapping your ass and you turning into dust, man. Okay? Spontaneous combustion, okay? So much heat where you just evaporate. You're gone. That's what he's coming to fight with, all right? So fuck your nuclear weapons, because he you know, Yahawashi gave you that capability. Like, it's just like them with the technology they released to the public. You don't think they got the upgraded version already? They probably 2-3 generations ahead already. They just bringing out the iPhone X, man. They probably working on iPhone X 3.0 or something. Or they probably even using that one and then work, like, come on, man. If I'm providing you with weaponry, you don't think I got something better? Just in case you try to take me down, but it ain't even no just in case with the Most High, He's automatically going to win. He's the creator of all things, man. But he just like a show, and there will be a show. Satan and his angels, Esau, okay, his jets, his planes, his whatever, fighting against the angels, man. Michael and his angels, against the chariots. They're gonna fight against the chariots, man. That's that war in heaven. All right, it wasn't no Satan versus Michael, and then Satan got cast down, Lucifer, all of that fairy tale-ness, man. All right, that's another saga, but that's in the scriptures. But they just basically took a bunch of different stories in the scriptures and made a story out of it. Okay, but that's what's going to happen. That's what's coming up next. So it's not a coincidence that all of all this news is coming up around this time, as well as this movie is coming out around the same time. The Lord know what He's doing, man. And this music to our ears, man. So, hey, Lord willing, we endure it. With that, I got to get in here to the plantation, man. Lord willing, you I can was edified. Till the next time, call Allah, Yahawashi, bahasham, qadash, brakatah.